All right, local swell tracker, Sunday the 23rd, and let's check it out. We're hindcasting now, but we've got lots of strange things going on. A couple of big typhoons. Atsani's the main one right here, going back last Tuesday the 18th. Starting in the animations here, little track there, and then it veers north and recurves and absorbs into some energy flow up here in the north pack, allowing for some west-northwest swell. Now, we're seeing some west-southwest swell and west swell from this phase of the storm's track. And again, it does recurve and become a cold core system. It became a gender bender as it absorbed into another low. But that was a big storm, sending big waves off to the entire region. And here, if you look closely, you can see Kilo, too, that started out as a depression, went to a tropical storm, back to a depression, and then ends up being a hurricane. But right now, you can see the disturbance coming here from Kilo right there, bringing all this, while cutting off our trade winds, super muggy weather. We've got the flash flood watches, and we're going to have southeasterly winds all week, all thanks to this guy that's close by, was generated close by the islands. Very hard to predict these. Now, getting to the current models here for Sunday, Monday. Here she is over here off of Japan, having yet really to crank out that west-northwest swell. That'll be bumping us up, especially Friday with some 18-second forerunners. And Friday, Saturday, up in the country is going to be going off to double overhead solid due to the long periods. That's what the models are pointing to now from this culprit right here. Starting in the animations. Oh, let's point out and show you great news here. Here is Kilo, just a tropical depression. Oh, and by the way, if you're looking at, well, what's that one over here? Well, that's Tropical Storm Loki off 550 miles southwest of Midway, tracking north at about 10 knots. We're not going to see much from Loki. But check this out. Luckily, you see Kilo here? Watch this. Thursday, the 27th, really starts powering up over here, but is far away from Kauai. We were originally thinking that soon-to-be typhoon/hurricane when it crosses the date line. If it's on this side of the date line, it's a typhoon. If it's on this side of the date line, it's a hurricane. We'll take a look. It's just approaching the date line right there, and it looks like it's going to be a hurricane/typhoon all at the same time. What do you know? But anyway, thank God this big storm didn't clip Kauai. That's what we were worried about before. But look at that thing. And we got another tropical storm forming about 7 days in the forecast period. Definitely feels and looks like strong El Nino season here. And take a look at the North Pack. We even have a north swell coming, and that puppy will be pushed up Tuesday, 9/1, September 1st, Tuesday. Mark your calendars for a straight north swell. Laniake will probably get about 4 feet from this culprit right here. Okay, now we'll go down to the South Pack and spend some time down there because it's been super active as well. You see this fetch right here? This is going back Saturday the 15th. That brought plenty of waves to Tahiti up here, French Polynesia, the whole area. And then there's a little bit of a remnant Tasman Sea fetch you can see off of here. That's the reason why we've had some southwest swell in addition to this new west-southwest swell from Atsani. And then in addition to that, we've, again, had southeast swell from this source over here. So it's just been super active. August, thank God, is going to save its face because it wasn't starting out too good. Now, take a look at this spinner here, Wednesday the 19th. That is quite a storm right there. And then this fetch off of here is going to allow for a good finish for the Billabong Pro Tahiti. But these have been the sources for them and sources for us about 3-4 days later. Well, starting in the animations, you can see that one spinning out for us. We'll reload and see all the fetches here again for Tahiti from the south and southeast, as well as some fetch off of here for the south-southwest. Okay, here's the current outlook for Sunday. We have a fetch underneath Tahiti. They're going to end up being really good here at the final days of competition. And there was a fetch also not showing up right now on the current models that will be adding long period energy to this. We'll see a pinch of south from this towards the end of next weekend. But we'll start in the animation and show you where we're going to get our real swell from this guy right here, that initial phase. That'll bump us up next Friday to 1.5 feet, 15 seconds, south-southwest. That'll be a solid 3 feet from the initial phase of that zonal tracking storm. Starting in the animations, again, we get a better shot from this guy coming right up off the Ross Ice Shelf with 40-plus foot seas. And though it is kind of west to east or zonal in track, it is broad and powerful enough that the models at this point are claiming 3 feet, 18 to 20 seconds due to the incredible winds in this puppy. And select reefs like Browns, etc., spots that we don't always talk about, we'll see probably some 6-footers, just thanks to the long periods that really refract and shoal the wave energy up off the bottom of the ocean. A very key factor that often is left out are wave periods. So again, 3 feet, 18 to 20 seconds from that guy. And next Friday, Saturday, a ton of waves, actually outdoing all of August's swells the first week of September. All right, let's take a look at the jet stream here. We're just letting it roll around for its loops here, and we'll stop it right here today. You can see a broad high pressure here to our north. The jet stream way up above the Aleutians. We have some trophiness coming off of Japan. Atsani, the typhoon, will be absorbing into this energy and bringing us in a nice solid west-northwest swell that I was pointing out, and that'll be especially Friday, Saturday, Sunday up in the country. A very zonal down under with the north branch being dominant. Starting in the animations, we'll focus up here. High pressure staying put, but we do see, again, all of this energy off of here. We're going to be, there's a big broad loop, and it'll be sending a long spell of sizable west-northwest swell near advisories pending the track and the absorption of Atsani into the energy up in the North Pack. But take a look, not looking too bad. And we are going to be heading into September pretty quick. Down under, again, very zonal, but we do see some long-range stuff coming up off Ross Ice Shelf and starting to tilt up towards the equator. That's a promising sign. And now the hand-drawn surface charts, there's that big high pressure I was talking to you about up here, just dominating the whole area, but it sure doesn't feel like that right now due to the events that are happening in our region. Down here in Hawaii, we have, again, Kilo and Loki, and boy, I'll tell you, we are muggy and cloudy, and the weather is iffy. The atmosphere is unstable, thunderstorms and heavy showers, and it's all thanks to what's going on nearby. And the high pressures are not able to overcome that. We'll see what's going to happen with the trades, but right now it's southeasterly flows as these systems pull the air up from the southeast versus the east-northeast from high pressures. There's Atsani moving in and filling into the jet stream. This is the system over here, Tropical Storm Loki. And if you look at all the lows and what's going on here, it definitely looks like an active El Nino year. Let's go from the hand-drawn surface charts up to the model showing the water vapor loop. Here it is out here, a huge depression, Kilo, far about 550 miles at this time Sunday southwest of Honolulu. And there's the other system here, Loki, that I was talking about. Luckily, this guy's not going to recurve point north and clip Kauai. It's moving further away from us as it develops into a hurricane as it nears the date line. But take a look at all that. That is why we see the southeasterly flow to the winds. That's why we see the cloud cover in the upper and lower regions, all thanks to this culprit right here. We'll show another view of it with the high clouds in white and the lower levels. You can see a little gentle east-northeast flow to the northeast of us, but in the proximity of our islands, most of the winds are light and variable with a southeast flow. And we'll drill down here, tell you highs are about 90 and lows about 80. It feels much muggier and warmer than that. There is the scenario for the next, well, at least through Wednesday. These are the reflective loops showing you all the rain, especially to our southwest, and it is definitely wet and more to come. We'll finish off here with some cool wind flow here. You can see a lot of the activity down under right there for our numerous south swells and swells for the World Surfing League. And here's another outlook here as the counterclockwise spinning tropical depression Kilo gets out of here. Here's Tropical Storm Loki over here. Here's Atsani up here, and the big high pressures up here. Not able to cool us off yet. We're gonna have to wait about 5-6 days for those trade winds to come back. But again, things in this kind of situation can change. We will keep you dialed in daily at surfnewsnetwork.com. And thanks for being here. Aloha for now.